Alright guys, quick update. I know I did the dyno video and that 29-degree cold start video, and that's about it. I put in caster and camber plates because the stock top of the shock tower there, they call it like a mushroom thing, or an onion head actually, I'm sorry. They call it an onion head, and it's rubber, and people have been known to push the top of the shock tower out and like lose their front suspension because the whole vehicle weight is supported by the shock now, not the spring. I put the boost controller there. That is actually working good so far in testing. It has been miserable out. It's like 11 degrees and snowing and icy and winter mix and shit all the time. So waiting for that. And my methanol kit I ordered because I thought I bench tested my wastegate springs at maybe 4 or 5 pounds. I didn't think I'd be able to hit 14 or so easily, but who knows, I could have lots or less or whatever amount of back pressure and whatever's equaling out to more boost, I don't know. I put a eBay battery relocation kit in, and I was just fucking with electronics, so I just put it on the charger so I would have 12 volts the whole time since I've had the key on basically the whole damn time. But this works out okay. Sometimes it slow cranks. I think I could move around my grounds a little bit and help that out. I grounded right to the cage back here, and then this guy is about 16 foot of 2 gauge, and it runs up to my battery distribution panel behind the dash, and then it goes to the starter. And the wire on the starter is a used reclaimed wire from the other car, so I could swap that one out too. Very rarely it cranks slow, like of course in the dyno video it cranks real slow. It basically stops and then cranks. And what I did today was my fucking brake lights weren't working and some other stuff wasn't working. And interestingly enough, I traced the wire forever after checking every fuse and connection. This guy right here, this connector, it slides out, see this? My clip is busted on it. I should have been more careful, but this is basically the thing for the turn signal, the hazards, the brake lights, everything. So if this connector falls out a tiny bit, you have no brake lights at all. See, I got brake lights? Watch this. If you like wiggle this guy at all, see, even the plastic hub there is loose. I got no brake lights now. No brake lights, no turn signals, nothing. And if I pump it back in, brake lights again, no problem. So it's definitely interesting. I'm not sure why it gives me so many issues. Well, it's because the connector is broken. And then another neat thing I did when I was bored here is I took another computer cover, and that's what I did my dash in, and I put a bunch of switches on here that I bought off Amazon. I bought like a 25 pack of switches, blue, green, and red, just for fun, LED light up switches. And I had these 2 push button ones, but I wired them up to a key on. So that's the power for my boost controller, so I'm going to try that next time I'm out. Turning that off should be wastegate only. And then that turns the power onto the boost controller so the computer can control the boost. That guy's nothing right now, there's nothing going out to it. That turns on the dome light. Oh magic, dome light. And then this starts the data logger on the ECU, and this is the anti-lag button for now. So we will see how those work out. And then I put a neat, this is like a Dodge Caravan connector with like 12 connectors on it, so I can easily pull. I welded a nut to the back of the dash support here and put a 3/8 bolt, 14 millimeter bolt in it. So I can take that bolt out, unplug that connector, and all this wiring and switches comes out. That's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. But that's really it for now. I'm waiting for my methanol kit. It's supposed to come today. Hopefully it comes tomorrow. I got a few other little things to clean up. It took me a while to figure out the stupid brake issue. I was like, why the fuck don't I have brake lights? Because sometimes I did and sometimes I didn't. So now that I have brake lights, I can wire up the methanol kit, and if it's not totally miserable weather-wise, I can make it over to the dyno. And I would like to do some pulls with like 20 pounds of boost right away and see if this turbo runs out at 20 or 25. I'm hoping she can clear the 700 to the tire hump through the TH400 before I go out to the track. Either way, no matter what happens, I want to race this with this turbo and see how fast it goes mile an hour wise and everything. Also, my shredded belt has been holding on no problem, so that's kind of funny to me. I'll have to buy a actual fitted, not shredded belt in case that, I bet the first time I drive anywhere important the belt comes right off. But other than that, doing really good. That's it.